Good morning, Aldersley. I hope you're all okay. Well done. It's Thursday, the 21st of May. It's almost half term. We are so incredibly proud of you for how hard you have worked over the past half term. Well done. Keep it up. We've got today and tomorrow, and then you will have your week off, your May half term, and then we can't wait to be back to it in our virtual school on Monday, the 1st of June with you all. Okay, so yesterday then you were set a series of challenges from Mrs. Vernon. I really liked the first one that she set. So every day this week, give a compliment to someone to show them that you respect and value them. And it was really lovely to see on Teams yesterday how many of you engaged with the National Thank a Teacher Day. And, you know, the posts that you were writing where you were thanking so many different members of staff for everything they do was really, really lovely. So from the Aldersley staff to you, we would like to thank you. We want to thank you for being absolutely brilliant students. Aldersley is Aldersley because of you, because of each and every one of you. You make it the most brilliant school to work in the whole wide world, and we thank you for that. So there is my compliment to you, to every single one of you listening today. You are magnificent, so well done. You were also asked to make an effort to respect your environment. So think of ways of saving energy. So perhaps turning off lights, don't leaving the TV on when no one's watching it. So thinking about those small steps. And then making sure that all your comments on social media were positive and respectful. And it was, you know, if you are anything on social media like you are on Teams, you are nothing but positive and respectful. And that's really, really lovely to see. So today then, I have some challenges for you. So first of all, I would like you to try and secure some award points in your lessons today. Obviously, I'm sharing with you every week the top points update. And after half term, I'll share with you both this week's points and the whole of the half term point. So it's points, so there is everything to play for today and tomorrow. Who can get into those top 10 leaderboards? And of course, when we are all back together again, we'll do your top table lunches and all the celebrations that we know you deserve. So as soon as it's safe for us to be back together again, we'll do all of that. And then the Action for Happiness calendar, which I know lots of you are still following today, the 21st of May, and I'll share the whole calendar with you on the next slide, is share photos of 3 things that you find meaningful or memorable. Year 9 students, you are part of a photography challenge, aren't you, at the moment with Miss Duna? So could one of those photos be one of the photos that you share as part of your photography challenge? And then the third challenge today links to the theme of my assembly. And can you research a real life hero? And when I just say that phrase, real life hero, who do you instantly think of? Who to you is a real life hero? And ultimately, what makes them a hero? What makes them really special? And how are their heroic actions celebrated? So what do other people do to celebrate their amazing actions? So can you challenge yourselves to one of those things today? Okay, so as I mentioned, there is the Meaningful May action calendar, Action for Happiness calendar. And remember, today, period 1, we have got your final Amethyst Happiness Hour session. I'm really looking forward to being involved with that again. I am always involved with the year 10s and the year 11s. So year 7, 8, and 9, if you don't see me, it's because I'm with the 10s and 11s for their sessions. But I'm really looking forward to that final session. Over half term, you might want to dip in and out of this calendar and have a go at some of the sort of Action for Happiness challenges throughout the week. Okay, so I want to talk today then about real life heroes, and this image and this quote really resonates with me. Not all heroes wear capes. They don't, do they? We know that heroes are not just superheroes. It's not Superman. It's not the cast of Marvel. We have got so many heroes who we need to celebrate. So I'm not going to talk to you just yet about who I think is a hero, but who springs to mind now straight away? And especially in the current climate in which we're living in, I think there are far more people who are deservedly being recognised as heroes at the moment. In fact, some of you might be sitting in your house right now and there may well be a hero in your home. Who is that? Is it, a member of your family who is a key worker, a frontline member of staff who, is going to work and, is potentially putting themselves at risk? Is it that you know somebody in your family or one of your friends who has done something really heroic in the past, so perhaps one specific event as opposed to doing something regularly that makes them a hero? But what is it that makes them a hero? So think about that different, the different criteria. How do you apply to be a hero? How? So when I was thinking about real life heroes, the first person that sprang to mind is the wonderful Sir Tom. Now, did he set out to be a hero when he sat with his family and said, I think I should do, a little bit of walking up and down the garden and try and raise a little bit of money for the NHS? No, definitely not. He didn't hope that there would be this much publicity surrounding him. It was a challenge, wasn't it, that he sort of talked about, with his family members. And now, what a hero that gentleman is. What a true hero. And it's absolutely brilliant that he has raised millions and millions of pounds for the National Health Service and, to support those amazing people who are going out to work and, and supporting people who are very poorly at the moment. So, yeah, he for me is a real life hero. As I've mentioned, any of our key workers, anyone who is a frontline member of staff, right now, for me, they have to be recognised as a real life hero, don't they? They are just tremendous people. And if you are living at home at the moment with somebody who is working in the health sector or is going out to work every day and being a key worker, then they are an absolute hero. So, a huge well done to them. And perhaps at the end of this assembly, perhaps you just need to drop somebody a text message and say, you are a hero and I thank you for that. That message will go a long way. It links back to yesterday's challenge, doesn't it, about paying somebody a compliment. Pay somebody a compliment for absolutely being a hero. And then there are lots of other times that heroes are recognised, not just in this current climate. I'm not sure how many of you watch the Pride of Britain Awards, but every year they have me in absolute tears when you hear those heroic stories, that people have done, the events that they have been part of. I've popped one underneath there, a little link to an article. If you just Google Pride of Britain Awards, you can read all about the stories, not just from people who were awarded an award, but actually all of the nominations. And it's not just adults who are heroes. This was a teenage boy, a 12-year-old boy, who was walking home and a car was sort of careering towards this boy and his friend, and he pushed his friend out of the way and was actually dragged under the car. And he said, I did it because I looked at my friend and thought he's a lot smaller than me and he might have been killed if the car had hit him. What a hero. He put his friend before himself, didn't he? And that's true bravery, isn't it, in that sense? And then I was thinking about our local community and how people are heroes within our community. Every year the Express and Star host a Heroes award. So again, you can Google that and do lots of research into that. And I was reading about an Express and Star article from the end of last year, so December the 30th, 2019, which talked about two Wolverhampton-based highways officers who risked their lives to help a driver who had collapsed at the wheel. So there was somebody who was driving down the motorway and they collapsed whilst they were driving, but the car was still moving. And these highways officers, they risked their lives to not only help everybody else who was driving on the motorway at the time, but also that driver who had collapsed, who, was very poorly. So think about these heroes. Being a hero can be, a momentary thing where, you act without thinking and that bravery then makes you a hero. It can be just doing something every day that you don't realise makes you a hero, but actually it does. I know in our school we have some young carers. You are absolutely heroes. The fact that you come to school every single day and you are also caring for poorly or disabled relatives is just phenomenal. So, that makes you a hero as well. And then there are the heroes, in relation to the coronavirus pandemic, who perhaps weren't recognised as heroes before, but absolutely should be recognised as heroes now. And it's fantastic to see the public recognising that. The 8 p.m. on a Thursday clap for carers is because those people are heroes. We are clapping for the NHS, we are clapping for carers, we are clapping for frontline workers and key workers because they are heroes. And that's something to think about, isn't it? So again, I challenge you, who to your head now pops up as a hero? Who do you think? So I then started to think about, well, can anyone be a hero? Heroes don't wear capes, but can anyone be a hero? And it got me thinking that perhaps actually every single one of us can be a hero if we choose not to be selfish and we live in a way that helps others, because by helping others, surely that is a heroic act, to be helpful to others, and not necessarily on a grand scale, but in general. If you every day you are helping somebody else, then in my eyes you are a hero. Think about that there. Perhaps we can all be heroes if we just choose not to be selfish and live in a way that helps others. So in light of that, can you think of a time that you've been a hero? And if you can't, then what can you do today to help somebody else and in turn then be a hero? You know, think about that there. So, heroes, apply today. I want you to really think about yourself today. Can you be a hero? So, heroes, in my opinion, are ordinary people. They are ordinary people. They are not necessarily celebrities, although sometimes they can be. They're not people who get paid the most amount of money in the world. They're not superheroes. They haven't been made to be a hero, but they are simply ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. So they're doing extraordinary things, but they are simply ordinary people. And an extraordinary thing doesn't necessarily have to be life-changing. It can be anything that takes courage and determination. And for those of you who've been popping onto the whole school teams, you'll see that Miss Huntington has been sharing different words of the day. And think about that word determination there and that other word courage. So actually being a hero is just being ordinary and doing something extraordinary that just takes courage and determination. And ultimately, that thing that you do could just be something that maybe only you know about. Perhaps. Or perhaps you might choose to share that with us today. But think about that. Really pause and reflect on that, because actually you might be a hero and not even know that you are. And perhaps it takes today's assembly and in reflecting on the current climate in which we're living in to really think about those heroes out there that perhaps weren't recognised previously as heroes. So to you all, fantastic Aldersley students, if you are a hero, then well done to you, and I am incredibly proud of you. And if you don't think you're a hero, then you might well be one, and I might still be really, really proud of you. And if you are sitting there now still adamant that how on earth can you be a hero? How can you possibly be a hero? Then think about how you could help somebody, or how you could do something that took some courage or determination that would then in turn make you a hero. I'm going to leave you with sort of that message in regards to today's sort of themed assembly. So heroes, apply today, folks. Okay, so just as a little reminder then, as we move to the final couple of days before half term, just reminding you to use Teams appropriately. You have been, and you are just wonderful, and we're really proud of you for, how well you are engaging on Teams. A reminder that communication is only between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m, so your teachers might not be online to respond to things after that time. And remember to use your non-school platforms to converse with others in Teams, and make sure we're using formal language. Keep up that use of standard English. So remember, we're accessing our daily lessons. Make sure we're listening to and reading all those instructions carefully. Make sure you're prepared beforehand, that you know your logins, that you've got your knowledge books. Hopefully, I did post this on Teams yesterday, but hopefully either yesterday or today, or it might be, later on in the week, you will have received a little pack from us. And in that pack is a paper copy of your Summer Term 1 Knowledge Organiser. your summer term 2 knowledge organiser and a little retrieval practice booklet. Have those ready and prepared for your lessons, because your teachers might ask you to refer to them or use them to help you. But it's just some paper copies of work for you to help you, so that you're not always looking at that screen, and so that you've got some extra opportunities to revise that knowledge and that key content. And as a final reminder, make sure you're considering how you ask your questions, and make sure you are always your wonderful, polite self. So as a reminder again about what else is on Teams, remember you're also all part of a year group team, and on that year group team is your head of year, your ASL, and different members of the senior leadership team. And we really want to see you taking part on those year group teams. There are lots of different quizzes, competitions, opportunities to win extra prizes and points. So please pop onto there and have a look. If you're not out getting some fresh air at lunchtime, or you don't want to step away from the screen, again, that's your prerogative. There are always things on there at lunchtime as well to support you and keep you engaged. So make sure you're using those platforms as well. And then please don't forget that on Friday it is your end of summer term 1 awards assemblies. We can't wait to celebrate your success in our virtual school over the last half term. You have all been tremendous. I can't think of any other adjectives to use. I keep using magnificent, tremendous, amazing. You have been brilliant, and we want to celebrate that with you. So make sure you head over to your year group team at 3 o'clock. Your lessons, your period 6 lessons, will end at 3 o'clock, so that you can go across to that team and watch your ASL awards and assembly. So will you have received an award? I don't know. Watch this space. So as a reminder, keeping safe. We want to keep you safe. We're here to support you. Your heads of year are on the phone and are available to chat. They're also on email. Please email us, message us if there is anything that we can do to support you. That's the same message as well, parents and carers. If you're currently tuning in and listening to these assemblies, we are here to support you. And if there's anything we can do, don't hesitate to get in contact with us. So that's all from me, Team Aldersley. I hope you have a fantastic day, and keep thinking about our theme of today. Keep thinking about real life heroes and what makes people heroes. I'm over on posts on the Aldersley page, on the whole school page, if you want to comment on anything from today's assembly. I hope you enjoy Amethyst Happiness Hour, which is starting at 8:45. Enjoy. And if I don't get to speak to you beforehand, have a safe and restful half term. Take care, folks. Bye.